You have 24 hours today, same as Einstein, same as Elon Musk, same as every highly successful person who ever lived. So why does it feel like you never have enough time? The answer isn't your schedule, it isn't your job, it isn't even your phone. It's that nobody ever taught you how to focus on what actually matters. Today we're breaking down the core ideas from Focus on What Matters, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable system to cut the noise, reclaim your energy, and finally make progress on the things that change your life. Let's get into it. Here's something most people never question. Being busy is not the same as being productive. In fact, busyness is often the enemy of progress. Think about the last time you had a packed day, back-to-back tasks, endless notifications, a to-do list that never got shorter. You were exhausted by 9 p.m. But if someone asked you, what did you actually accomplish today, you'd struggle to answer. That's the busyness trap. You were in motion, but you weren't moving forward. Most people are not suffering from a lack of time, they're suffering from a lack of clarity. They don't know what matters most, so they spend their hours reacting instead of creating. They wake up with good intentions and go to bed wondering where the day went. Sound familiar? The fix isn't a better calendar app. It isn't waking up at 5 a.m. It isn't another productivity hack you saw on social media. The fix is learning to identify your highest value activities and ruthlessly protecting your time and energy for those things. Everything else can wait. Or better yet, it can be eliminated entirely. Now here's a concept that will completely change how you look at your daily life. You've probably heard of the Pareto principle, the idea that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. But here's what most people miss. This principle applies to every single area of your life, not just business. 20% of your relationships give you 80% of your joy. 20% of your work tasks produce 80% of your income. 20% of your daily habits drive 80% of your physical and mental health. So the real question is, do you actually know which 20% is yours? The book challenges you to sit down and do a serious audit of your life. Look honestly at where your time goes, your daily routine, your weekly commitments, your mental energy, your emotional bandwidth. Then ask yourself the hardest question you'll ever face. If I could only keep 20% of everything I'm currently doing, what would I keep? Most people are completely shocked by what this exercise reveals. They realize they've been pouring enormous energy into activities that barely move the needle, meetings that could have been a 2-line email, social obligations they don't even enjoy, scrolling habits that steal an hour every single day, and projects that feel urgent but aren't actually important. When you identify your 20%, everything changes. You stop trying to do more. You start trying to do better. And your results, almost overnight, start to reflect that shift. Here's an uncomfortable truth that nobody in the productivity space wants to say out loud. The modern world is deliberately designed to steal your focus. Every single app on your phone has a team of engineers whose entire job is to make you spend more time staring at a screen. Every notification, every infinite scroll, every autoplay video, every red notification badge, these are not accidents. They are precision-engineered psychological tools designed to hijack your attention and keep it hostage for as long as possible. And they are extraordinarily good at their job. Attention is your single most valuable resource. Not money, not time, attention. Because how you direct your attention, hour by hour, day by day, determines the quality of your thinking, the quality of your decisions, and ultimately, the quality of your entire life. There's a concept called attention residue. Every time you switch tasks, every time you pick up your phone in the middle of deep work, every time you jump between browser tabs, every time you respond to a message mid-thought, a part of your brain stays stuck on the previous task. You never fully arrive at the new one. Your cognitive performance drops with every switch. And the more you fragment your attention throughout the day, the worse your overall output becomes, even if you feel like you're working incredibly hard. The solution is brutally simple, but genuinely difficult in practice. Single tasking, one thing at a time. Full, undivided, uninterrupted attention until the work is done. No background noise, no phone face up on the desk, no open tabs you don't need. This is the core discipline behind every high performer you've ever admired. They don't do more than you. They do significantly less, but with a level of focus that most people never experience even once in their entire working life. Warren Buffett once said the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Think about that. The most successful investor in human history believes his greatest skill is refusal. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you are automatically saying no to something that does. Your time is a zero-sum game. You cannot get more of it, so you better be extremely deliberate about what you give it to. The book gives you a practical 3-question filter for every commitment that comes your way. Before you say yes to anything, a project, a meeting, a favor, a social event, ask yourself, does this align with my top priorities right now? Am I the only person who can do this? Or could someone else handle it just as well? And if I imagine myself 6 months from now, will I genuinely be glad I said yes to this? If the answer to any of these 3 questions is no, you have your answer. Decline, delegate, delete, and do it without guilt. Because saying no to the wrong things is exactly how you say yes to the right ones. One of the most immediately useful tools the book introduces is something called the Big 3 method. And you can start using this tomorrow morning. Every single day before you open your email, before you check your messages, before you do anything reactive at all, you write down 3 things. Not 10, not a full page, 3. The 3 specific tasks that, if completed by the end of the day, would make today a genuine success. That's your entire focus for the day. Everything else that shows up, the interruptions, the unexpected requests, the demands on your time, gets filtered through one simple question. Does this help me complete my big 3? Or does it pull me away from them? When your big 3 are done, everything else is a bonus. You've already won the day. This method works because it forces you to decide what matters before the chaos of the day begins, not in the middle of it when you're tired, reactive, and overwhelmed. Now here's the final perspective shift, and it might be the most powerful one in the entire book. Stop trying to manage your time. Start managing your energy instead. Time is completely fixed. Every human being on Earth gets exactly 24 hours full stop. But your energy is not fixed. It rises and falls in completely predictable patterns throughout the day. And the most effective people on Earth don't fight those patterns. They learn them, and they design their entire day around them. Every person has a peak performance window, typically a 2 to 4 hour block each day, when your focus, your creativity, your decision-making, and your willpower are all operating at their absolute highest level. For most people, this window falls in the morning. For others, it's late afternoon or evening. The exact timing doesn't matter. What matters is that you find yours and you protect it completely. During that window, you do nothing but your most important, most cognitively demanding, highest value work. No meetings, no email, no phone, no small tasks that feel productive but aren't. Just the work that actually moves your life forward. Save the reactive work, the emails, the admin, the routine decisions for the hours when your energy has naturally declined and deep focus becomes harder anyway. When you start aligning your most important work with your highest energy, something remarkable happens. You don't just get more done, you produce better work in less time, with dramatically less stress and mental exhaustion at the end of every single day. So here's where we land. The world is louder and more distracting than it has ever been in human history. The forces pulling your attention in 1,000 directions are better funded and more sophisticated than ever before. And the cultural pressure to be busy, to do everything, to be available to everyone at all times, that pressure is at an all-time high. But here's the truth. None of that has to run your life. When you get genuinely clear on what matters most, when you apply the 80/20 lens to your time and energy, when you protect your attention like the precious resource it is, when you learn to say no without apology, when you anchor every morning with your big 3, and when you do your most important work during your peak energy hours, you stop being someone who reacts to life. You become someone who leads it. Drop a comment below with the one thing you are going to focus on this week. Just one. And if you want more no-fluff breakdowns like this every week, subscribe and hit the bell. See you in the next one.